This is 1.1, solving simple equations. An equation is an expression that is set equal to something. An expression is two or more terms linked by an operation. A variable is an unknown number, and we represent that with a letter. And to solve for a variable in an equation, we're going to get the variable by itself. To do that, we're going to undo whatever is happening to the variable, and we need to remember the order of operations. We're going to work backwards, or it looks like from the outside in. So we're going to solve x plus 2 equals 8. You might be able to do this in your head and say, well, I know what plus 2 equals 8, but we're going to show our work. So x is being added to 2, and the opposite of adding is subtracting. So we're going to subtract 2 on each side. Whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you must do to the other side. 2 minus 2 is 0, so x equals 6. Here we have k minus 5 equals 23. The opposite of subtracting is adding, so add 5 to each side, and you get k equals 28. For 0 equals y minus 1, the opposite of subtracting 1 is adding 1, so 1 equals y. And 1.5 equals x minus 2.3. The opposite of subtracting 2.3 is adding 2.3, so that's how I'm going to move this 2.3 to the other side. 1.5 plus 2.3 is 3.8. Now here we have 3x equals 12. To get x by itself, I have to undo this multiplication, and so I'm going to divide each side by 3 to get x equals 4. Now I have 1/2 m equals 20, and I have to divide by this fraction. To divide by a fraction, you multiply by the reciprocal. So this is 20 times 2 over 1, and this is 20 over 1, so 20 times 2 is 40 over 1, so m equals 40. Now I have y over 6 equals 5. The opposite of dividing by 6 here is multiplying by 6. So multiply each side by 6, and y equals 30. And I have 2/3 x equals 6. Again, to divide by a fraction, you multiply by the reciprocal. What you do to one, you have to do to the other. So 6 times 3 is 18, 1 times 2 is 2, and we get 6 over 6, so that's how we know the left side is gone, and 18 over 2 reduces to 9. Now we're going to find the value of x for these ones. If I have x plus 8 divided by 2, that equals 20. I can simplify this left side by doing 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So I have x plus 4 equals 20. Then you get x by itself. Subtract 4 on each side, and x is 16. For x over 3 minus 4 equals 0, I'm going to start by adding 4 to each side. That's working from the outside in towards the x. So when I do that, I get x over 3 equals 4. X is being divided by 3, so to do the opposite of division, I need to multiply each side by 3. And that is x equals 12. In this last one, 8 plus x over 2 equals 3. Working from the outside in towards this x, I need to get rid of this 8. This 8 is positive, so I'm going to subtract. A positive 8 minus 8 equals 0. So subtract 8 on each side, and I get x over 2 equals negative 5. Then I need to multiply each side by 2 to get x equals negative 10.